What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Smart Start. This is one of those cereals that I never really had much of an interest in trying, so don't really know what to expect or anything really about it, but just going off sort of the photo there, it looks to be sort of Special K-like, which is usually D, occasionally C, depending on the flavor. So that seems like a decent sort of first guess. It does say it's like, oat flakes, oat clusters and multigrain flakes. So sort of like Honey Bunch of Oats as well. So something in that sort of area. And those usually have a decent sort of base for them. They just are lacking a bit for the cereal. So hopefully this can at least nail the base, and maybe those original antioxidants will do something to push them above the others. But let's just open it up, see what it's like. It's a pretty, decently filled box, it feels like. That's kind of nice. Smells like flakes. Yeah, it smells a bit more like Wheaties, sort of, than I would expected. Yeah, this definitely looks like original Special K type of piece. Let's see, not a ton else to really comment on visually. You got little bits of oats, you got those bubbly flakes. So that's pretty much it. Okay. So one, crunchier than I expected. Expected some crunch, but that first bite, pretty crunchy. Two, sweeter than I expected. I thought this would be very much just a sort of grain flavor, but definitely sweetness on this. So I don't know. That kind of lessens how smart of a start it is, but taste-wise, it does help. I was curious about that sweetness because it was just so unexpected. So I took a look. And there's 18 grams of sugar in here, which is pretty high, even for cereal. So I guess that's really pulling its weight here. And again, maybe not the smartest start, but makes the cereal decent. I am still getting some crunch, but nowhere near what that first bite had. So this has had a pretty solid sort of pace for its soggification. But I will give it props for there still being some crunchy pieces, despite it seemingly going the same sort of route that Special K sort of does. So that's worked out well. Now let's see how much of the sugar has ended up in the milk. And yeah, that's sweet milk. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy that because it's just sweet, slight hint of sort of the rice and wheat flavor. Yeah, it's like weirdly not the same, but it trends more towards something like Frosted Flakes milk than I would have expected before opening this box. So that's a little funny, but I like that taste, so it sort of works. I'm still pretty surprised by how sweet the cereal was and how it seems to not be that smart of a start. So this cereal is pretty much just, you took original Special K flakes, added in a bit of oats, and made it a ton sweeter. That's kind of what you're ending up with here. And again, I think that as a cereal, just on its own, nothing else, that sort of works for me because the Special K piece was pretty decent, and having the little oat clusters in there is kind of nice for some of that crunch later on that, again, it sort of loses over time. And then the sweet things is pretty good for cereal. So it kind of works there. It's still just, it seems so odd to me, the marketing choice on this one, but I guess it is what it is. When I started this video, I did not expect to be roasting Smart Start, but the like disconnect between what it is and what it's saying it is just so large that it's kind of baffling to me. Like the back has a lady like power walking with some weights, and it's like, I'm making a smart breakfast choice with this. But then again, this has 18 grams of sugar, which is more than like the waffle crisp we just did, or like the apple pie toast crunch we recently did. This is more than both of those. And it's like, okay, 25 grams of whole grain. Like, sure. I can't really argue that one. 3 grams of fiber. Sure, that's cool, but that's not that different from a lot of other cereals. And like, we've definitely done cereals with a lot more. And that's, I don't know, it's just funny. And it's one of those ones where it's like, oh, you can get 11 grams of protein from this if you have milk, and you're getting 6 or 7 of those from the milk. So it's just so weird that that's sort of the marketing that went for this, and this is the cereal that they made for it. Like, it's just real funny to me, and I'm not even like a super health conscious person. It's just kind of funny. So after all that, what I'm gonna do is give Smart Start a C, because again, not really a nutrition expert here. I'm just going off of, did I enjoy this cereal? And I kind of did, because it's, again, took a flake piece that I kind of like, made it sweet. So, okay, that in the most basic level works for me. So it's kind of getting a C. I'm tempted to put it lower just because of that disconnect being so big, but so like I enjoyed it, so that feels a little weird. Like, I guess I'd put it at a low C because it's not too exciting. It's just, decent flake with some sweetness. But I enjoyed it enough that even knocking it for being such a weird decision, it doesn't feel right to put it at like a D or anything. So it ends up at a C with that big asterisk of not being a Smart Start, but being a okay cereal. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. In the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've tried Smart Start and what you think about it. If you also were kind of giggling to yourself about what's going on this box, you can let me know about that. Or if you're upset with me saying this and you have some reasoning for why this is a Smart Start, feel free to share that. I would be happy to hear about that. Yeah. If you are someone who starts your day with this, no shame at all towards you. I think this is a pretty decent cereal. Just kind of funny to me, and if you're trying to be smart with your start, maybe consider other options. And again, I'm not someone who knows nutrition at all, so if you are a nutrition person and I said things that were wildly inaccurate and you want to correct that, feel free. I will happily hear that as well. But until next time, stay delicious.